Those are like... We don't have guns. Why do we keep doing gun noises?
You do it all the time.
Can't help it. Hey, what it does, what is poppin', what is crackin', everybody. My name is 2 weeks late C. Plan B.
Ooh, I like that one. My name is Keep It Raw, No Style.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna say HTFGXMANG because you need to follow that on Instagram right now. That's what I'm saying.
Wow, that's how you do it. Coming up, hitting them hard with the promo. Fucking
That branding.
30 seconds into the episode. Let's go. Oh yeah, and welcome to
right? I know.
Bad Habits, the podcast, episode 124 in the motherfucking building. So shout out to the legendary listeners who continue to put up with our inconsistent schedule. Last week was Victoria Day here in Canada, so mans were otherwise engaged, and we didn't really plan for this. So
Yeah,
we fucked up. But we out here, and the good news is we're now charting in Angola.
Ooh, Angola.
It's like,
Wow.
yeah.
You been to Angola?
I have not been to Africa, so I'm actually not sure where exactly in Africa Angola is. Let's see. We've had some interesting countries that you never would pick. We had Mali. We had fucking Kenya.
Whoa.
Central Africa. Okay, it's next to Zambia and Namibia. What's the big country? It's south of there. Fuck off so I can see.
Borders,
DRC.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
And Botswana a little touch.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Or is that another country there? Oh, no, that's Namibia. Oh, Namibia's got like a little fucking penis off to the side. Okay, I see you, fam.
All right. All right.
Live on the penis, don't you, mate?
Yeah. I always heard Zimbabwe is lit. Like, I've always wanted to go to Zimbabwe. I've always heard that's fire.
Interesting.
And of course,
I've seen a lot of videos about Congo, DRC, and I'd love to go.
really? I
I'd
thought it
love
was.
to go.
I've heard like
Yeah.
the shit. You know how they make the cobalt mines are there for phones and for batteries.
Yes.
Like
They are
I only
there.
heard bad shit. Yeah, the mineral mines where they treat people like fucking garbage because they're all the international countries and they make people mine in like flip flops and bare hands and shit. Like it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That.
But either way, good to know
There's
there's
a lot
more
of these
to it.
countries. Yeah. There's more to a lot of these countries. Like I've seen YouTube videos about like Syria, Somalia. Apparently they're lit. They're actually lit. But you can go on the government website. It says
Don't go.
it's, like I saw like I forgot what country it was. I think it might have been Syria. It was like on the US website, and it was like one of the not requirements, like recommendations before you travel was like make sure you write a will. I was like, oh, was it fair enough?
Whoa,
Damn.
that's pretty
Okay.
direct.
Yeah.
Still.
That's insane. I saw, I want to say in the last 2 weeks, the NAACP put out a warning for African Americans going to Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I was like, okay, we were there for a month, and I asked Tiff, did you feel unsafe or that you shouldn't have traveled there at any point? And she was like, no. And obviously, Dan, you were there for a week. Did you feel unsafe?
No, this is the safest I've ever felt. I love Florida.
I'm not going to lie. I felt exactly the same. And I'm starting to think
fucking
now
lit.
that all of these places that they tell you not to go to, if they were lying, everyone's lying about Florida. I'm seeing everyone talking all this shit online now because I think DeSantis is, because he announced he's running for president, and he's been leaning into, I know we're not a politics pod, so I won't go into it, but from what I understand, he's been leaning more into like the Trump style of republicanism, where technically conservative isn't that. It's that's the extreme side. So now people that just think Florida is racist and it's all fucked up, when it felt like Toronto. It was no different, just warm. It was fucking
Yeah.
So imagine what
agree.
everywhere else in the world is like. What if they're lying to you about our own backyard? Then what else are they lying to us about as far as like where not to go? You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's like
Fuck
there's certain things that has to happen in like a state or a country for them to have to put that on their websites. So it's not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's necessarily lying, but it's more like they just don't actually know the truth of what it's actually like to be there. They just see, I guess a certain rate has to be higher for like certain things like crime or like murder or like certain things where
Right.
it's like, oh, now we have to by default, regardless of how good these countries might be, we have to add it to to this list. That's my assumption.
That's probably what it is. It's just like quantitative, like data stuff. Like, once it hits a
Yeah,
threshold.
exactly. It's yeah, and it's no real like primary actual research of people who actually live there or you know.
Interesting. There's this dude we started watching. I think when we were considering going to Costa Rica instead of Florida, but then we realized we couldn't fly with Barrington, or what was the whole thing. So that's when we decided on Florida. And when we were researching Costa Rica, we found this YouTuber, this guy named Drew Binsky, this guy like a red-haired Jewish dude from like Jersey or something. But he went to every country in the world. And we started following his stuff, and his content was being served. And one of his things, because now he achieved that goal. Like, that took him, I think, 10 years to do it on YouTube. Wow. And he's got like, millions and millions of followers now. So now he's achieved that. He's just kind of making these compilation videos, the 5 strongest currencies in the world, the 4 cheapest cities in the world, shit like that, to like combine all of his stuff that he filmed and then just put some together. And he was saying, he's like, 99.9% of people in the world are kind and don't wish you any harm. And I always thought that was interesting, coming from the guy who has been to every country in the world. So like,
everywhere, yeah.
I thought that was a cool stat. And I was like, everywhere I've ever traveled has been awesome. Like, I've never really had any dramas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've even, like, I don't think I have. Like, I love everywhere I go. I don't know,
Yeah,
like, it's
same.
always lit.
And like, obviously there's cunts wherever you go, but like, it's not like these places are how they make it out to be and stuff, which is interesting.
It's not like Australia. Am I right?
Yeah, that place is
packed with the cunts, man.
Worst country in the world.
Don't go there.
Bottom 3.
Don't go there.
Wow. It's actually Chile, isn't it, Dan?
Oh, okay, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
When you actually fly to Australia, you like circle around a bit, and then you land in Chile.
Time. Like 19
hours. A long
hours,
time,
apparently.
like minimum. And then you land in Chile. But you guys won't know that, obviously, because you're not ready for like truth.
AKA Sydney Harbour, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Chile. Shouts to Chile, motherland. So, been a couple weeks. Let's catch up. What's been cracking? What's going on? What's news? What's happening, boys?
What's popping?
What it do?
What is popping?
Baby D.
What's popping? So
what is popping?
I don't know. We were in Hamilton, which was basically Miami, which was incredible.
That's true.
It was great. We had a nice walk around. I don't know, the harbourfront. I don't know, was it the harbour?
Bayfront Park.
Yeah. It was sick. It was fun with sort of geese. And it was great. Spent time with family and everything. Saw CWFOR and it was great. I loved it. Barbecuing and everything, which is great. It was first time barbecuing this year. It was great. It was super fun. And what else happened? Oh, we signed up to Rover, which is an app which allows you to dog sit for people, and they pay you to do it. So we signed up for that, and last week we got a. I forgot what the breed is.
Bichon Frise.
Bichon Frise, yes, that thing. Yeah. So we got that.
Little fluffy white guy.
It was great. We had him from like 8 a.m. So we had him for like 12 hours, 11 hours. It was super chill. He was like 4 years old. It was 4.5. And like, he's super small, just chilling. Like, I was just working all day. Like, he had no problems with me working all day. And it was just great. And happy that worked out. She paid us. She tipped us as well. And we have another dog coming tomorrow at 8 a.m., which is a multi-poo, which should be fun. Should be very, very fun.
What color?
That's so sick.
I think he's golden.
Similar to Bear, a bit.
Very similar, yeah. But I think he's less fluffy. He's like more straight hair.
Gotcha. Sick, man.
I think, for judging by the pictures, he might not be. But yeah, the app's crazy. It's sick. It's like, and we're getting a lot of crazy requests though. Like, look after my dog for a month. I'll give you $1,300. I'm like, fucking hell. Like,
it's a lot.
I wouldn't mind, but like, it's a lot. And that specific request, the dog.
And what are you supposed to do? and you can't go anywhere
you
for
can,
that month.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like you wouldn't be able
You're
to
just tied in.
So it's more like you do shit like that if you. I mean, it's pretty inconvenient for fucking June, like when shit's just popping
Yeah,
off with
exactly.
the weather. We're really getting into about a few weeks away from the official start of summer, and like, yeah, it's a lot. But it's a cool idea, man. At least it gets you guys.
It's great.
Like, so yeah, no, she was just like a pet sitting app, and you just fucking people checked it out.
I just looked on the app store. I'm gonna do it. That looks amazing.
You could do it for yourself to be
like
a host,
perfect.
I guess. But you could also, I guess probably more of a Dan question. If Nosh wanted to leave Oros or have someone take care of Oros, can he do that on that app too?
Oh, I don't know. Let me.
Or is it
let
just
me
dogs?
actually-
Because it's called
I was
Rover.
thinking just like I could take care of some dogs.
Yeah,
like
they
one
get you exposed to it.
There's a
Yeah.
big- Fuck. I just
Just
met
like
a
on-
new
It's
dog
great
on my
to-
roof
You be able to do it.
today.
Oh yeah.
Love me.
Should
Nice
be
little
like-
dog. I see dogs all the time.
give me
on
money to
Queen
take
Street.
care of that little cunt.
But it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, they just pay us, and I'm just like, this is fucking easy money.
Right?
It's so funny.
I love
I
that.
feel like
That's
it's
dope.
a scam. It's
I'm
crazy.
that is what I'm talking
It's kind of perfect though, I guess. It's like gives you during the pandemic we looked at fostering a dog, so I think you have it for like a month or two until it finds a home type of thing, and we thought about doing that before we decided
that would be too sad for me. I don't know. I wouldn't be
That's
able
what I was
to.
thinking
I'd be
too.
too attached to it. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean maybe
That's why I'm happy with the little 24 hours, and then you can go home. It's fine.
So it's just like quick things. It's like I like
Quick
that though.
things, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to kind of just
Exactly.
get the dog exposure without the commitment because it's a lot.
Exactly, and we get they give us the food and shit, so it's like I'm happy.
But it is dope.
Honestly, that's sick. Like, fucking totally. I'm
You should do
fully
it,
doing
Nosh.
that.
And we'll write you.
Super.
So you have to set up. You have to have. Is it 3 reviews, Dan?
You have to have minimum 2, but they recommend 3
Enough
testimonials.
fans with dogs that can
So-
be like, oh, yo.
Because you've taken care of. You've been around Barrington and whatever. So you know. I'll do one for you. Yeah,
Sweet
and
as.
Tiff will do you one as well, and Dan can do you
Oh,
one.
that's
Bim bam
funny.
boom.
I love dogs.
Exactly.
Done. It's a sick idea, man. I like it a lot. We've been taking Barrington everywhere, and when I say everywhere, supermarket, restaurants, bars, everywhere we've been since we've been back,
star, isn't he?
0 problems. He is a rock star because he's the cutest little guy on earth, but
It's true.
it's an interesting little. It's making life so much easier because before I was a little shook after Florida. Now when you can take dogs everywhere, I used to be like just nervous giving it a crack.
Just saw-
And now I'm just like supreme confident. I'm like, suck my dick, let's go. Bears coming.
Look at this. Are
Sick.
you fucking serious? Like, everyone, as if you're going to say no.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And it's really funny because when he's got his little service dog thing on, people want to touch
Oh
him.
my God, the best.
And they don't. No one even thinks about it. We're just like, whatever, bro.
His work clothes on. He's
Yeah, exactly.
working. He.
Sometimes you actually hear. I've heard like mothers tell their kids, like, "Hey, you can't pet that dog. He's working." Like saying it real cute to like a 4-year-old, and we're just laughing. But
Oh my God, I love it.
That
it is
so
nice to be
funny.
able to do that.
He's on his job, son. You
That's
can't
what
touch
I'm
the
saying.
fluffy man.
Gang. It is cool to be able to take him everywhere though, because now we'd be like, "Oh, we're coming to Toronto, boys. What's up?" Like, what do? Oh, fuck! I'd have to. Now I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm just gonna pull up and with that, and no one's gonna say no. It's like we're all sitting on patios anyway. Like we're not trying to sit inside, so it's like, and now we've been going yesterday. Oh no, I'll talk about my shit after with that. But anything else from your side, Dan?
Today I went to I renewed my Costco membership.
I got mine too.
They keep on getting me. They keep on getting me though because it's like me and Mel were like, oh, let's just get this $60 one. We don't care for the 120 anymore. And then the guy speaking to me, you get 2% cashback every 1,000 you spend. So
whatever, you got to
the
drop.
guy was like,
go up for that.
you have to drop a lot for you to make it worth it. And the guy was like, oh, but you've already spent this much. He said, this is like crazy to like cancel at this point. And we ended up renewing it at the more expensive one. So like, oh, fuck it. Then after we took a long walk at the harbourfront, started at Billy Bishop and then walked all the way to Sugar Beach, which is great.
That's sick.
Nice.
Fuck, we should
It was
do
nice,
that.
man. It was sick.
That's a cool.
Yeah,
It's just all
nice
all
walk.
harbourfront, right?
Yeah.
We literally went
Auditing.
from straight from Billy
We'll talk to
Bishop
Tiff
Airport,
about
where
that.
it's literally where it starts,
Airport.
and then we could have gone further, but Sugar Beach is on Lower Jarvis, and it's like, oh, we just take a left and you're at the crib. So it's like,
That's dope. Yo, I love that. That's actually a sick walk. I'm gonna tell. We've been going places for
good.
walks specifically, so we want to keep going to different spots. That's great. If we feel like
it's great.
going driving for an hour to go for a walk, then fucking let's go, cunt. Let's go.
Mhm.
Come to fucking come to the beach in fucking Ashbridges Bay, mate.
Yeah,
Woodbine
down
Beach.
for that. That'd be sick. I've never really been around
Let's hold
there.
Oh
hands.
yeah,
I'll show you.
I'm not scared because
I'll
we
do
could
that.
have.
Let's have a picnic and have a gay old time like the Flintstones do.
Let's do it. Incest attracted persons. IABs.
Uh,
IAPs. I don't know if people are going to get that joke.
Oh my god.
They're trying to call pedophiles
my God.
minor attracted persons, which is the most
Yeah,
fucking
I've
insane
seen,
thing.
I've seen
That's
them
dead ass,
videos
bro.
before.
What?
I've seen multiple videos about people
No.
saying that, they're not. There's nothing like actually wrong with them. They're just attracted to these. It's fucked anyway.
Yeah,
Anywho.
too much. I'd love a podcast where I could fucking talk about this stuff, but it's not. It's not. It's outside of the scope.
And
That's
it's outside the scope.
It's called cancelled. Okay.
Football.
Yes.
Football
Sports.
finished today. Football finished
Sports.
today. Final game.
Oh, it's over
Which
to win.
league finished? EPL?
Yeah, Premier League. It finished. Arsenal finished second, which I guess I'm happy about because we haven't finished that high since I'm trying to think 2015, I think maybe before. So I'm very happy about that. And what else happened? Nothing happened. I forgot. Oh, and yesterday I spent like most of my day learning Notion and stuff, and like it is
Nice.
insane.
Hey.
It is literally insane. I was looking at it and I was watching tutorial videos. I was like, this is crazy. It's
Tell cunts what Notion is.
Notion is
me.
it's a task management application.
There you
That's
go.
how I describe it to people.
I think that's a good way.
Yes.
It's
But yeah, it's lit.
you should sue them, Nosh.
It's like a
Yeah,
sign.
you actually should.
It's like a sign, exactly the
fully-
same thing, but it's like
I
cooler.
fully should.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we're moving
Yeah,
all
they've
the
been,
stuff to that.
Yeah.
Who's they?
nice. This is it's all over my shit. Like I get accidentally tagged in this stuff all the time.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's all the-
Yeah, you get tagged by the Notion DJs and the Notion magazine, which is some music magazine.
Yeah, UK. Yeah.
It's good
Notion
times.
UK.
Hey man,
So there's fashion, there's music, and there's
apps. Oh, of course, that's why you would know.
Exposure.
That's why you would know it. That's sick. I love that you're
and
doing
all
that,
that.
Daniel.
Wow.
I know what you're fucking saying, cunt.
It is.
Okay,
It's
lit.
I
great.
fucking know. Fucking know you
Fuck
cunts.
yeah. Nosh, what's
I
cracking
fucking
with you,
know,
you big fucking... Do I fucking know? Oh, wait. I have that, don't I?
Give me.
Do I
Yep.
fucking know you cunt? Don't you fucking...
I forgot about these. We haven't used these for...
Can you get the fuck away from me?
Yeah. I'll
I
try.
don't think I fucking know you cunt. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Oh god.
Good
Honestly.
times. Yeah, we'll move back
Maybe I
into those
should.
at one day. No, you're right. Tell us what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah,
with you,
no,
you
no, no.
big fucking...
So what was 2 weeks ago? That was Stacks.
that was the
away.
weekend before May 24.
Oh man. Okay, cool.
Um,
So since then I've done what's that one? That's
would have been like the
200
12th, 13th,
days.
14th. Yeah.
All right, sweet. That's 130. That's 250 something. Yeah, I've ridden like 250 Ks. I've
Damn.
been just
Jesus.
in the dirt, in the mountains. Don Valley's really gotten at primo dirt. So I've been riding like 3-4 days a week on proper trails. In the last in the past week, I've ridden a couple of trails that I've never done before, or that I haven't ridden before on like the big bike, because I did have a bike before I got the sick mountain bike, and I was just kind of like schmoozing about. So yeah, I rode some crazy shit. Fuck. I got stung by poison ivy, and I like didn't get affected because I'm a fucking gangster. So I was like, nature was trying to kill me. I was like, fucking nah, mate.
Not today,
I
devil.
was like, my inner Steve
Love
Irwin and
that.
shit was just like, suck my dick, bro.
I saw poison ivy today as well at the beach, and I never knew what it looked like. Yeah, they got mad signs. What does it do when it touches you? What happens?
You get a little itchy for a smidgy and it goes away. That's what happened with me.
Like a rash, maybe. A rash
Not
or not
even.
even?
No, it was just a invisible tickle. It just lasted for about 15 minutes because I was riding past it and it whipped my shins. So I kept riding, and I've got it on camera and shit. I'm just like, I could see how long it didn't bother me for. It was less than 10 minutes. It was like, but as soon as I kept moving and kept going on, it just disappeared. It was bullshit. So yeah, just been fucking I rode to the Warden Woods today, and there's some random cunt like literally breaking trees in the middle of the trail, like a psycho, like just kicking trees over like baby ones and like snapping them. I was like, "Oi, what the fuck are you doing?" And then when he looked up, he looked like an absolute nut, like this like, lost cunt. So I was like, mm-hmm. So I didn't say nothing. Turned around and booted out the way. Dude was like lost.
Jesus. I imagine you
so I
could
won't
be
go
careful out there, right? There's probably some
Well,
weirdos.
I don't go. That's the furthest east. I was in Scarborough technically.
Oh,
so
you went kind of far.
Well, you're a little bit further east than usual. Like they're not the usual trail networks. It's more of a hiking sort of situation. So
Gotcha.
A lot of unkept natural terrain. So anyway, yeah, it was okay. But other than that, I've been watching the NBA finals. That's been fucking epic. Just seeing that like shit unfold. Writing NBA finals. I've been mixing and mastering some shit for engineers. I got some new stuff to work on. I've been mixing, and I've been just kicking goals, mate. Like just continuing to kick goals.
Goals.
Boys?
This Dan's favorite.
I love that. It's the best thing I've ever
I've been
heard.
fucking just keeping up with the editing and stuff like that. Just past like 200 and what is it? Let me check on the mountain bike channel. What do we got? Notion MTB here. Let me
You're
just
doing it all proper. It's good.
Yeah, you're digging it. Well, let's have a
Oh,
look.
it's that we were talking like.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why I went to Sugar Beach, because I saw it on your thing and I was like, shit, it actually looks pretty lit.
Nice.
So is that Notion encouraging Toronto tourism? Wow.
Toronto tourism.
Yeah.
So I should be. I mean, should get some looks there. So yeah, just past 240K views for the channel and 1.1K watch time hours overall.
Okay, so you got about just over a quarter of the way. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, boy. So that's
In this
cool.
short
Yeah,
period.
It's going solid. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
since
bro.
January, it's been pretty cool. So we
Good
should
for
get this
you.
done by SAP and then fucking out here.
Yeah, hopefully end early next year, latest. You never know. Things can just like snowball with YouTube. All of a sudden, you could just get something that pops off, and then
I had a couple random fucking home runs, like videos I didn't expect to do good.
Nice.
All of a sudden, get like 5K out of nowhere or whatever, like or more.
That's great.
So yeah, just music, mountain bikes, YouTube.
Kicking
beers on
goals.
the roof today.
Yep.
Ooh.
Cock's out, bro. Sunshine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vitamin D. Let's go.
No pause.
Yeah, it's hot today, man.
0.
Yeah, it was fucking great. The weather's been lit.
Incredible.
Yeah. It's
fucking great. It was like 25
excited.
today, wasn't it?
24. Awesome. Actually, might have even hit 25. You might be right. But either way, the weather's definitely been stepping up out here if you're not in the direct region. Wow, this week, 29 Tuesday, 29 Wednesday, 30, on Thursday. Look at that. Fucking Miami weather.
It keeps on getting better, because I remember seeing it last week and it was like, it's just like fluctuating between like actually decent and like amazing. And now every day is like incredible. It's
so
the best place. It's
the
incredible.
vibe has changed, eh?
I'm in Miami. Or...
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah.
It's
like it is crazy.
People
but
are
you're right
just
about
amped.
the vibe changing.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I feel like everyone has just been amped to be outside. I feel like all parks are full. Wherever we go, it's like busy. Yesterday, we woke up and Tiff's like, we should go to Niagara today and go for a walk. So we're like, all right. That's why I wasn't joking about driving an hour for a walk. So we went to Niagara on the Lake and fucking went to 2 different wineries that were dog friendly specifically. I went to a cider place and shit called Ironwood Cider, which had like dry hopped fucking cider. And
nice.
I had dry hopped wine too at this other place called Palatine Hills. It's pretty solid. I'm not a cider guy, but the vibe at the cider place was like a brewery. It was fucking crazy. And then walked down by the river and stuff, where we went on Tiff's birthday with me, you, Tiff, and Clover a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
but on the thing where you're looking at the States there, just like going for walks around there. There's mad people, hard to get a park. The main street was full. All the wineries were jamming. There were like groups of people. It was just like, it's been sick, man. Like just getting out and trying to like do shit. Same as you guys. We've been trying to like do more stuff now. Like we came back with we didn't get to do a lot in the first 6 or so months of living here because we got here at the end of summer and that spent the whole warm time trying to fix the fucking house up, and then now we're back. Yeah. Things are normal. Everything's good. We're just fucking trying to be outside this summer. Like it's been good. Been trying to go places. Last weekend I think I guess Dan and Mel came up with Clover was up as well. Tiff's mom, my mother-in-law, and we hit up some wineries and fucking brewery Counterpart out in Niagara Falls, which is my fave out there. Super fun. Fucking trying to take Barrington for walks every day. Just get him out here. We got him all chopped up. It was really funny because we got him essentially shaved. I think. Yeah, and he was like weird. He went kind of like super shy for like 3 or 4 days. He's kind of back now, and now he's like more cuddly.
He was nervous.
Super, like he kind of felt like shook or like unsure or something.
Because he wouldn't like.
He didn't know if he looked. He didn't know if he looked good.
Yeah, he looks handsome. He's super handsome. He's fucking great though. Now he's all like extra cuddly when he wasn't before. Like he would never really come because he's probably just hot. So why would he want to put his body on us when he's absorbing our body temperature and then he just wants to get the fuck off? But now he stays up a lot longer and stuff. So we'll keep Mandem trimmed up nice going forward. So that's been good. What else is news? I'm trying to think what else. Okay, I got the big one. I'm trying to think small things. One of the best feelings, by the way, we got the car detailed after coming back from Florida. Shit was mashed up. Tiff had makeup stains. There was like a chocolate biscuit from TJ's that had fallen out and did this big stain in the back. These cunts fucking cleaned it. Oh, bro. Yeah, it was like $60 just up the road in Hamilton. Fucking gorgeous. Like so nice. Everything clean, the windows on the inside. I even put my winter mats in the back and they cleaned the winter mats. So my winter mats look brand new for this winter and stuff. It's fucking It's just like a really good feeling. And I remember when I had a car in Australia, I didn't take it to car washes ever. I did it at home all the time and then took it up the road to the servo. Yeah, like we'd wash it ourselves and then fucking take it up to vacuum it. And I love that feeling of having a fresh car. And my car was old as fuck too. So it was just made me feel good. And I was like, oh, because I got a new car now. And fucking with that shit all crispy. Oh, it's such a good feeling. I'm trying to keep that bitch lit for the summer.
I like that.
No dut car.
I feel the same way about cleaning my fucking
bike?
my mountain bike.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And that shit
such
is
a good
like
feeling, huh?
clean and like polished and like lubed up paws when it goes for a fresh ride. Like, I cleaned it this morning before I went for a smidgy out today because like I didn't clean it after the last ride because I was beat. But yeah, nothing better than a fresh steed, dude.
Mate, it's glorious. What a feeling.
Glorious.
I love it. So, but the real shit that my big update is I don't know if y'all saw it. I know Dan saw it, but the greatest thing happened, and I knew it happened because I never stopped the faith. I never gave up hope. Our good friends at Adidas have brought back. No. Yeezys are back. They're back in the building. The Yeezys are back.
Kanye or Justin Bieber.
Hey! Shouts to Adidas for doing the right thing. So they decided to. They announced as of May 31st, so that is on Wednesday, that they are going to do the first drops for a series of shoes which they put out. There was probably 15, 16, something like that. And they've released 2 so far and put them out, which is great. They did the 350 Onyx and the 350, the Carbon Beluga, so like the dark version of the Zebras. So like there's a gray version. I got the blue tints, but they're up. I mean, I was wearing them today. Then there's a slightly darker gray one, and this is darker gray again. So they've never been released, so I put in for them. Man. And there's going to be a whole bunch of good ones. So they decided to give a part of the revenue to charity and against hate speech or whatever the fuck, some shit like that makes this appeases everybody. There was basically no world in which they weren't going to do this. So I just knew it. They were going to do it, and I just feel like everything is right.
It's worth too much money to not do it.
Way too much money. 1.3 billion in revenue they could make, and even though they donate a bunch to charity, they still make that revenue back. Pleases the shareholders. They get rid of the stock rather than have all this shit sitting there. And they said that they chose to go ahead with producing the shoes because they didn't want to fuck over the suppliers, like the fabric making, the rubber, and all that, because they'd already put the orders in, so they didn't want to like fuck those businesses over. Like the people that give him all the shit. So
It's
that's
a lot of
why.
undoing.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens from there. When they see all that money again, they know that they're going next year. They're going to be down over $1 billion just from Ye, who hasn't said shit in months. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was such a short-sighted move and just like it's so fucking dumb. So I'm very, very happy. He hadn't said shit. He's just been out here with his wife living his fucking life.
Just with his wife, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's good, right? Man's just
Yeah.
chilling.
Yes, it's fucking brilliant.
I know.
I'm gonna try and find the photo real quick of the thing just to show because it is pretty sick. By the way, last night I got pretty high and I was this photo.
Nuts.
I was just cry laughing.
Oh
to
yeah,
this
you love
photo.
that. You love that.
I don't know
I'm
why.
pussy.
Like I'm pussy.
It's the next stretch. It's like, I'm pussy.
Yeah, because he's holding a drink too.
Is that for Ren and Stimpy or like
Sideshow? The underwater one,
It's
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Oh god, it's so funny. So my stomach even hurts. I need to chill and not laugh so much because I'm
Is that an eel? Is that an
dying.
eel character?
I think it's an eel. Yeah, I've never even seen
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
Dude, no, we have.
Oh, have we?
Listen to this, bro. In Amsterdam, okay. So
Oh.
me, you, and Beck were in the fucking hotel room. We were so shit faced. We smoked all this weed. Went across the. Oh, look at the Yeezys. Look at them. So we smoked a whole bunch of weed and hash, and then we were so high that Mans was eating blocks of cheese, and like everyone was fucked up. And we had SpongeBob on the TV, and it was coming out in
Like Dutch
audio, but it had German subtitles on the screen. So I knew the occasional word. And then, we're watching it, we were laughing because we wanted something on the TV that we kind of recognized, whatever. So that was on.
Huh.
So
Good
I
memory.
hadn't been acquainted with, this was like 2003, 2004, at the end of the 2003 year.
It was December
Early
2004.
yeah. Boom. So fucking, when I got back to Australia and actually watched a whole episode of SpongeBob, I realized that A, they're under the water. And B, the cunt's not like a sink sponge. He's supposed to be like a coral sponge, but he's, he's
Shaped like a sink sponge.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? So then,
Sick cunt.
because we were so high, we couldn't figure out that this motherfucker was like, it was just the most. That was our first experience with SpongeBob. I think mine was because I knew it existed, but like, yeah.
Because we were too old.
We're exactly right. We kind of missed that boat. But yeah, being shit-faced in Amsterdam or watching SpongeBob in Deutsch and fucking Dutch.
Yeah, I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the name for Dutch is in Dutch. Okay. Well then, don't I stand corrected? Don't I have egg on my face? Huh?
Well,
Don't I?
Dutch plot.
Boom. Well then, so with that's all I got to really tell you about because all that matters is the Yeezys. So now I just actually
That's true.
recalled that last episode, because we hadn't been on for like 6 weeks or 7 weeks, whatever it was, we had a whole bunch of other stuff that we never went through. So how do you guys feel about a bit of a rapid fire? I'll read out the thing and we can just give initial thoughts on it. I'll do last week because there's not that much stuff. It's not that much stuff. It's just more like, what, do we care? Boom, boom. And just because it might be a fun format to just like rapid fire that hoe. So...
Go on.
I'll start.
Get you.
There's a Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix that I think is either out or announced.
Yes, it's out. I need to watch it. It looks. I'm on the UFC subreddit, and everyone speaks about it. My friends also speak about it. They say it's so good.
It's good.
So I need to watch it. He's such an interesting guy. I need to definitely.
Fascinating
watch it,
guy. No, okay.
Keen as fuck.
Beautiful.
Keen as fuck.
King Charles' coronation went down. I think it was last week or the week before. Or the week before that, who even knows? Thoughts? Or no one cares?
Who went down where?
King who?
Okay, perfect. Jamie Foxx is hospitalized.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
Love that guy. We can't have any problems.
He's alright. He's
definitely one of the
exactly,
goats.
I agree.
Did you see what his daughter? They were saying that like he might not come back, but then his daughter posted like he's home with us and he's fine. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So like the media were blowing it up. Yeah, it sounded like dire. But his daughter was like, there was no photo or anything, but she was like, yeah, he's recovering at home. Everything's good. They didn't say what happened, but apparently he's good,
cool.
which is great because,
He'll come out and do some press and say some shit whenever he's ready. But like, yeah, fuck. That's not cool. But
that's bad.
If everyone's blowing it up, then, everyone can just fuck off, man. They've been playing with our emotions for too long.
Yeah.
You know, we can't
Not
lose
here
good
for
ones
it.
like that.
No, he's
Paul
too good.
Shelton.
I was gonna talk about. I have written down here Twitter verification stuff and meta verification, but because that happened in that meantime. But I don't know if we even care to talk about that. So we lost our Twitter verification, so Twitter Blue can suck my fat veiny cock.
Anus.
NBA playoffs. I guess I even had that to talk about today. No, she mentioned it, but so right now we're in the conference finals.
Crazy, dude.
And they've been the Nuggets swept the Lakers, which is crazy for nothing. And now the Celtics and the Heat. Obviously, we are a Heat family, and Dan is a treacherous piece of shit. And we hate Miami. Were up 3-0. Oh, he just like,
oh my god! Oh, miming.
Oh, Daniel, how dare
shut
I did the
your
thing.
heart. You're too late. No.
Oh.
He just dissed the ting still. That was pretty hectic.
That was actually a pretty good way when you sort of do that. I hope he calls back in a second and if his computer's okay.
Might be the clip.
Yeah, I think it might be. There he is. Wow.
What a piece of garbage. Oh, what say ye?
Oh,
It's like a...
Dan, you sound like a chipmunk. You sound like a Kanye sample.
Sing something for us.
To the wire. No, I don't know. I don't know if you can fix that shit. You might have to like cancel out and come back,
crazy.
Or
you might have to hang up. There's a glitch there.
Yeah, that's actually really entertaining because if we could understand you, we'd leave it for a bit, but we even can't understand you.
Say something else.
Okay.
That's too much.
Yeah, we can't understand anything you're saying. Can you hear us? Can you understand us? Oh,
I guess you could just like. You can't hear us. You can just call back.
Hang on. Let me text you. Look at this, guys. Live tech issues.
Technical difficulties.
Dan, just call back or unplug your mic and plug it back, because it could be just like that. So I was saying it, and then Miami. We'll just keep talking, and Dan can jump back as he goes. Sure. But yeah, Miami were 3-0 against Boston. And then Boston came back, and now it's 3-3, and they've got Game 7. It's fucking crazy. And was it last night? It was last night.
Last night.
I didn't watch it. You guys were tweeting me, and the link that Dan sent was too many fucking. No, it would take the game finished before I got the link working. Do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, it's a little hazy. I was a little mashup still, but it was very close, and there was a bunch of back and forths. Mans got fouled at the last point. And then it was great recoveries. I honestly don't remember, dude. I could
tell you.
Up.
So that's okay. I was lit as fuck too. But Jimmy Butler, they were down by 3. He got fouled attempting a 3-pointer. So then he had 3 free throws. He hit all 3 of those free throws to go up by 1 point. So they were 2 points down. I'm sorry. He went for the 3, got fouled, got 3 free throws, hit all 3. They were up by 1. At 2 seconds to go, someone from Boston went for a jumper. It missed, and then one dude got the rebound and threw it in, and and it hit like right at the buzzer. Dan.
Hi.
Now we're good. Do you know what happened? Did you hear?
Honestly, if you guys could hear what I was listening to, it almost sounded like I was being trolled. It's like you flipped a switch on your mic. And like you were just speaking in slow motion, like it was
you were
like
that's weird.
You were the opposite. You sounded like the joke we said was that you sound like a Kanye sample. And Notion was like sing something, so we were like through the wire.
Oh my god!
So we were slowed and you were fast.
Fucked up.
Wow.
I do not know how that happened.
Did you re-record the audio? It's all good.
It's re-recording, but it's like because the output changed multiple times because I left the call and had to come back. It's switched between my AirPods and the snowball I have, and it's literally it's so like it's gonna be hard to put it together. So you can definitely put the first part together, but I don't know if you could put this part after. I'll send you it anyway.
Send all the stuff, and we'll see what we can do. Worst case, we take the audio from here, and it might even be funnier because, like, we have we have the funny thing that you can see because all of the if we got all of our individual audios, they would be fine. So then people wouldn't hear the funny shit that we're talking about. So. That's okay. We back. So we'll just talk about the NBA Finals. We just explained what happened in the game last night. So then Game 7 is tomorrow, Monday, which is the day the podcast comes out. So we'll see what happens, and we can just hope and pray. Because it was really funny. As I said, you're a treacherous cunt because you're going for Boston. You cut out. Like, you dropped off. Cut out. So me and Nosh were like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was great. It was really good.
Racist basketball.
You're just like, wow, because we thought you had done it because I said it was right as I said you're treacherous, and then as soon as I finished saying it, you hang up. It was like you did it planned. It was very funny. So look at that. It was planned, guys. It was planned. We're comedians.
It was planned.
Yeah, it was planned. We're
comedy podcast.
What do you mean? We're right here.
Exactly. All right, I will keep running through our rapid fire topics. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's baby's name is RZA.
Interesting. I think it's cool. Fucking hard.
The Weeknd is retiring his stage name. He has now changed his Twitter name to Abel.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, sure, whatever. As long as the music is still fire, do what you want, bro. Let's go.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Janelle Monae dropped a song by the time for the last episode called Lipstick Lover, and she basically got her tits out, and she's really leaning in to the lipstick lesbian thing with a whole bunch of hot chicks and everyone's orgying and stuff like that. Thoughts?
Sick.
Absolutely adore it. Monae is like so talented.
Air horns for the
what
tits.
Else can do? Like, honestly, she's so beautiful. She's so talented. She can act. She can sing. She can write. She can produce all that bullshit. She's in what is it? What's that fucking? Not Knives Out. Glass Onion. She's in Glass Onion. Phenomenal. Yes. Love it. Yeah, anyway, so happens to have a nice fucking rack, and everyone seems to enjoy it. So, and she got it out for everybody. Good on you, mate. Keep going.
Cheers, Jenny.
That's it. Yeah, right. She's a fucking gem. Keep going. That's it.
Good on you. Fucking good on you.
Love it.
Good on you,
mate. Yeah. Top work, mate.
Fuck yeah. Martha Stewart is now the oldest cover girl of Sports Illustrated magazine. I believe she's like 81. And she's in a bathing suit on the cover. Yeah.
I want to see that cover.
Have you seen it? It's good. Just Google it.
Nah, mate.
You'll see it.
I haven't seen it. Google it still.
The old duck's looking great. Good for her, mate.
All right.
We could only aspire.
Oh, duck is funny.
You know that? Robin Thicke was on Drink Champs, and I really enjoyed that episode. Did anyone check that out?
How long does it go for?
Oh, he was on Drink Champs. Interesting.
Yes. He's got an album coming. How long does it go for? Probably 2 to 3 hours. There's just stories, because you forget who his dad is. So, like,
of course.
He grew up in Hollywood. Yeah. He said Wayne Gretzky was his babysitter. And fucking
get fucked.
He went to school with like Leo DiCaprio, so we knew him from time, and like he just had like stories on stories on stories, and like I don't know. I went on a binge and listened to a bunch of his music back. I was a huge fan back in the day too, so it was I hadn't heard it for a while.
Both were.
Yeah, we were all massive.
Nice.
Like, we rapped over.
I only know him. I only know him because of Bloodlines.
Okay.
Oh,
that's like
what a time to know about him. That's
like more than a decade after he started. Yeah, the early shit is superior. And even he said his best album's his first one, but his shit is fire. I'd highly recommend it. I think you'll dig it. It's just great soulful R&B.
Wow,
love it.
Lawrence,
Look at that. Where's that coming from?
See, that's from Dan.
That's from Dan.
Yes, it's
didn't we see him? There you go. Didn't we see him at the Cool House?
Yes,
venue
you were at that gig too?
Yeah.
So that must have been 08. We all went together in 08 then. Cool. That makes so much more sense. Fire. Yes, fuck yeah. I remember going to that gig, and I didn't remember who it was with.
Melanie Fiona opened up for him.
You got a great memory. Honestly, if it's not for your memory, half of my life is disappeared. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I'm out here.
I appreciate you.
That was a good evening. That was a good evening.
Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, that sticks out a lot because like the crowd, like the crowd that was there for everybody, the venue should have been smaller, but it was a good concert for everybody. Like, but there was just not enough. Like, there was not enough cunts. It was either
So the room was too
underpromoted
big.
show.
Okay.
The room was too big, or the show wasn't promoted right. But everything was cool. Like the crowd was great. They performed. Everything was fantastic. But there wasn't enough cunts to fill the room that they were in.
Right.
That's the only thing I remember. Well, that's one of the main things I remember. But it was fire concert and shit was fire.
Hell yeah. Okay. I love that.
Sorry.
Good memory. No, thank you. That's perfect. A fun fact, when I went to see Ellie Goulding at Cool House in Toronto, which I think now has been demolished. It was called Government.
Yeah, it's
as well.
RIP. Yep.
RIP.
Yep.
Me and Tiff, this would have been 2012 probably. We took a taxi because this is pre-Uber. And we were going down there. And the dude hands us a laminated piece of paper that showed that he was like this geography master on like been on TV. It had all these TV appearances, and he's like, "I'm gonna give you 3 questions. If you get these 3 questions right, you get the fare for free. Do you want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, we want to play because we're high as tits." So.
Geography master.
Yeah,
yes.
We got all of them bitches wrong. This guy was asking some shit.
Oh.
Like there was no chance unless you've been to these guys. Like shit. Like this wasn't it, but it was like, what's the capital of Angola? One of where Bad Habits is currently trending, like charting. So, like, I don't know, I don't know the specifics about a lot of places because there's 197 countries and whatever. So, it was just really fascinating. Just reminded me about that. That was fun. Shouts to taxi drivers. I hope that guy's doing great. That was a fun taxi ride. And even if, like, even the experience made it more fun. So, you're more than happy to pay for the trip. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a good time.
That's true.
I'm going to keep these rapid fire ones coming. I'm going to come back to this other one afterwards. So I watched White Man Can't Jump, the reboot, last night. Have you guys seen it?
No, I saw the trailer. It just doesn't seem lit.
It was fine. Like Tiff had some weed, so she passed out at like 1:00. So I watched it just by myself, and I was like, yeah, you don't need to watch it on your separate occasion. Like, it was fine. Everyone was shitting on it on Twitter. I really didn't think it deserved that level of people, like, slamming it. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, it was fine. Tiana Taylor was in it. She's great. Jack Harlow was like, he's probably got some work to do with acting, but it was fine.
Is it corny?
You could probably...
Like, I can't deal with the corny dialogue. Like, if they're, like, doing some, like, really Fast and the Furious ass
like
shit.
Oh, Fast and Furious! Oh god, that franchise
definitely not.
Die.
Yeah, they just keep it going. I wouldn't say it's like that. I think that you guys, it's worth checking it, but I wouldn't like watch it on a Tuesday. Don't make it your Saturday night movie. If you feel me, like don't center an activity. Have on a casual.
It's a midweek thing.
It's not worth all of that, but it's definitely kind of chill and. You and me, Nosh, we love the original because I think that came out in like 91. We were heavy in basketball.
The original.
The original was great, right?
Shit,
yeah.
It's great.
It's rugged.
Like,
it's real.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I didn't think it was like lame or anything, but yeah, it was fine. It was check it out. It wasn't a shit. It wasn't brilliant. Wasn't terrible. It was just there. It's a thing. Okay, what else happened? Rory, who formerly of the Joe Budden podcast, now of Rory and Mal, has released his first sort of like producer album called I Thought It'd Be Different. He'd been talking about it since the Joe Budden days, and that was years ago. It just came out on Friday. Did either of you get to check for that?
I listened to, I think, the first 3 songs, and I heard a Conway verse, and it was fucking sick. And yeah, I so far I like it. It's good.
Yeah,
good shit. Actually, the first few songs anyway, but like it's actually pretty good.
So it's like a vibes album. Like it's all R&B with occasional guest verses. Gold Link's on there, Conway, I think 1 or 2 other rappers. Otherwise,
Gold Link sucks.
Yeah, Gold Link's he can eat a dick. But it's like a vibe. It's okay. We've talked shit about him before. it's a vibe. It was cool, and he's a producer album in the way that DJ Khaled's a producer. He's the curator. Like he put it together.
Nice.
Like he would have chosen the producers, helped them sort of, even if he didn't help write the songs, like guide the topic matter. Because there's almost always a female singer with a male singer. Like, and it was like, you know, I'm sure he planned that intentionally, and like it was well put together. The artwork was really good, so it was cool. He's doing all right with that.
Clever. I like that.
And Lil Durk's new album came out too. It's called Almost Healed, I think. I listened to it today.
We're talking
I've
about
been
that actually.
seeing a lot of people talk about it. It's not. I haven't listened to it, but his music's not really for me. I like him on a feature, but his music's not really for me, so I don't really peep that.
I agree with that too. Background shit. It's fine. We were cruising by the beach. Went to the Hamilton Beach area. Found this whole new part. So where we took you, Dan, on the first day we moved in. If you go down further, it's this whole other beach with restaurants on the beach and a go-kart thing.
Oh.
And it's like a ton of stuff. It was crazy. We had no idea it was there. We just stumbled on it. And we're listening to it today, just driving. It was fine, you know. Sunny day shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting. We continue. Twitter has a new CEO. Do we care to talk about that?
No, good on that.
Okay. We're going to see how that goes.
No.
A lot of convo about that. I'm not super optimistic because it feels like Elon did a bait and switch type situation on us. But we shall see. We don't have to go into that. Succession, the TV show, the finale is tonight on Sunday. Neither of you guys watch that show, right?
Nah, I see all the ratings are amazing, but I've never actually seen it.
Okay. Definitely, like, in my opinion, top 3 of all time. Like, up there with Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. Brilliant acting.
I've heard it. I've heard.
It's sick.
Crazy.
It's definitely worth it. It's intense as fuck. I'm excited to see what happens this evening.
That's crazy. Fun fact, I'm actually halfway through Breaking Bad. Like, I never watched that shit. Well, I watched the first few episodes back in the day, and then I just never got back to it. So at the moment, I'm at the end of series 2.
Oh, cool. How is it holding up, being it's maybe a decade old now? Still great?
Honestly, dude, it's sick as fuck.
You can't tell that...
into it.
Fuck yeah. Honestly, very happy to hear that you're doing that. It's brilliant.
Dude,
it's brilliant.
It's like, I'll tell you later on, like off air, like, of why I didn't really come back to it. But at the same time, like, it's crazy. It's something that I have trouble turning off. Like, I'll watch,
and you will be like, just
one
more.
My allotted time of like, yeah, exactly right. Yeah. When I have my allotted time of like, you know what, I'm gonna smash 2 out. All of a sudden, I'm 5 deep, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to bed, cunt. Like, you know, I got right in the morning, filming shit, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly.
It's one of those shows that, like, I can just keep like, I could just roll another one and just do 2 more episodes.
Crack another beer.
Crazy.
Come on, why not? Yeah. On that,
really getting juicy now. It's juicy now. Anyway,
you're gonna lose your shit. It's so intense, and that's why it's one of the best shows ever. It's intense, bro. Yeah. This is not for you. You don't love this stuff, Nosh. But Dan, we started watching the Ultimatum Queer Edition. Have you started that yet? The first 4 episodes.
The what? Sorry.
The Ultimatum Queer Edition.
Oh, it started.
It started.
It's
okay.
So the ultimate. Okay, are you familiar with Love Is Blind?
It's fucking crazy.
No.
Right.
Okay.
I'll catch up later.
Okay, so how do I describe it? So basically, there's a production company that's been doing all of these dating shows with the same people, and it has Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees and his wife Vanessa, who was also like an MTV host them. So basically, it started. The first one was Love Is Blind. So the idea, they put all these cunts in these pods. So they have a group of men, group of women, put them in these pods for, I think it's 2 weeks, and then the idea is that they have to propose to somebody before ever seeing them, and then usually out of say there's 20 of each gender, then maybe 5 of them get engaged, and then it follows them. So that might take 2 episodes or something. The rest of it's showing them how when they first see each other, then they go to Mexico, then they put them in an apartment, they have to meet each other's families, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's become this like Netflix phenomenon. So they had a spin-off called Perfect Match, which I won't even go into, but it had a whole bunch of people from Love Is Blind, from Too Hot to Handle, from all these other, from The Circle, all their other reality shows. Then they had this one called The Ultimatum, which is fucked. So basically what they did,
I think it's the craziest one.
Easily the craziest one.
Genuinely, like easily the craziest one. Like the concept is fucked. Like go on.
No, you can say if you want to tell the concept. Tell the concept.
It's like, so, okay, so let's say like, you need some background. It's like, let's say you're with a partner to a point where one of you feels like you're ready to get married, but the other one isn't ready to get married. And that's fine. Like, there's a lot of relationships like that, and that's cool. It is whatever, you work through that. And then, but imagine one of the people in the relationships turn around to you saying, well, you have to marry me or I'm going to leave you. And then that also happens in real life. But in this case, they're saying, you have to marry me, otherwise I am actually going to date these other people, and if they are ready to marry me before you, I'm going to marry them instead.
In a space
That
of
is the
like
concept.
6 weeks. And they
Yes,
keep in mind, if that
that's
happened
the
in real
concept.
life, they're like, we're going on reality TV, and this is what we're going to do. So then they make them date each other
is going
in
on,
front of each other. So they'll have it for,
front
they'll
of
have
each
these
other.
events, and they'll say be at a pool, and they're drinking and eating around a swimming pool, like, you know, just chilling. And then they'll be like, you see your girlfriend over there, and she'll be talking to this dude, and then they all kind of like rotate the dates. And then they essentially, all of them pair up. Sometimes in the first season, some of them decided to get back together and then left the show. And then otherwise, then they go live with that person. So then you go and meet someone else's ex that's there, and then you go and live with them for however many weeks and then see what happens. And usually it kind of blows up and there's all the drama and then blah, blah, blah. And then some of them decide to go back together. Some of them decide to be with the new person or just break up and just be single. So it's the craziest, most intensely manipulative reality show premise. And then, like Dan said,
I've never seen anything like it.
And now they did a lesbian edition. They call it queer edition, but it's all women. And it's different because the way I've had lesbian friends, but I always known gay dudes more than like gay women. So gay dudes are kind of just funny to me because dudes are like slutty and like whatever. But then women I've heard are more like maternal, and they get together and they all of a sudden just want to get married immediately and blah blah blah. So like seeing the interactions are a little different. We did that, what you said, we did like all 4 of them on like Thursday night or Friday night or something, like all bam back to back. It was it's funny, and it's really even funnier.
Is it in
San Diego.
in Houston again?
San Diego.
Also San Diego this time.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We couldn't pick it. We were trying to guess it. We had to Google it.
What setting?
Yeah, beautiful thing. Because the city isn't. We never really went downtown. We just went to neighborhoods when we went because we stayed with a friend. So I didn't really get to recognize the skyline. It's not like super recognizable. So but either way, yeah, it's fascinating. So if you're into like that horrible reality TV shit, 100%, Dan, you obviously are going to watch it. It's the best. Like if you need some shit to disconnect, easily. And it's just because it's so messy. You're like, how are these people letting these producers do this to their fucking lives? Like, it is crazy. They're willing to mash up their whole lives for clout. Really, like that's
crazy. It's
fucking weird, bro. So that one's fire. Okay, there's only a couple more things. Then we have a bunch of like interactive like questions that Dan found. I saw that apparently everyone knew this, but Offset isn't related to Quavo and Takeoff. So Quavo and Takeoff are uncle and nephew, and Offset was just Quavo's mate that they went to school with since they were kids. So they're kind of like what Tiff told me, play cousins. So everyone always said cousins, but they just known each other for so long since they were probably like 5 or something that they kind of see each other as cousins, but they're not actually related. Thought that was interesting. Thoughts?
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm not that surprised, but you know, they're cousins. Cousins, play cousins, you know. Same thing.
I get it.
That's a very loose term still, but like, I mean, fuck, if Mans has been like, you know, hanging out since then, I mean, I get it, but like,
yeah, that's
a bit of a stretch still.
Yeah, I guess this is what they said publicly and maybe didn't clarify. But it's talking about it now, and everyone in the comments are like, this is old news. We've been knew this. But I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I mean, no.
Yeah, right? Oh. Excuse me. Now, it's been 7 years since Harambe was murdered at the zoo. RIP to the gorilla goat.
So, do we have to get our dongs out still, or should we keep it like in the...
Oh, is that what it was? It was Dicks Out for Harambe? Is that what it was?
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
What? I don't remember that.
I feel like we could we could whip out one time. And
Should we
maybe
get our schlongs out for the fucking? Should we do it?
No, let's not.
Nah.
No, okay, fine.
Let's just do it in person.
Keep it in your
Yeah,
pants.
well, I'm down. I'm down.
Pause, but that's
Wow.
whatever.
Wow. Wow.
You know how it
Wow.
goes. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Now
wow.
we have some things that Dan gave are just sort of more like kind of like the quick time with slime-ish questions. Starting with French toast versus pancakes. What's the goat? Why? Talk to me. It's tough.
Both of them.
I
go.
think. Oh, you're eliminating both of them. You don't like either.
I love them both. I want to eat them both.
Okay.
But if you had to choose, like gun to head type of decision,
So
if you need to think about it, Dan seems to have an answer.
I'm going French toast personally.
Why?
A 10 out of 10 French toast is better than 10 out of 10 pancakes.
Oh wow, that's a really good way to look at it.
That is it. Like it's the best. They're both as versatile, and they're both as you can probably have one savory and one sweet as well. So it's like the only way I can see it is if there was the best version of each of them. What would I prefer? I'm always taking French toast.
the fluffiness is like undeniable, and then if you add some little fruitars and some some little syrup on it, it's the same as a pancake, but it's got like a little softer.
It's an elevated pancake.
Definitely lean that way for sure.
I agree. I think it's also dope because they soak it, obviously, the egg, and it's got a crispy outside and the soft inside because they use that challah bread or whatever it is,
Cinnamon,
like the cinnamon.
sprinkles.
And you could put an egg on it if you fried egg or whatever, poached egg on top of it and have a more savory version. Or like she said you chuck some fruit
fried
and maple.
chicken sandwich.
There you go, fried chicken French toast. There you go.
Oh,
yeah, that would be good.
Are you guys moist or is it just me?
I'm gonna make a food truck for like lunch and breakfast food, and that will be on the menu.
That's a good one. Do you know our friend, one of our friends Ryan is opening his food truck next month, hopefully in Prince Edward County. You're gonna head on down, check that out. I'm excited.
I'm gonna have to buy some shit.
It's called Big Buns Burgers, so look out for that. Prince Edward County. He's got a spot in. I forgot the name. Because there's all areas in there. It starts with C. But he's been waiting for permits. Obviously, food truck is hyper seasonal, and he didn't get it in time to launch last year because government, the vibes, COVID, everything's slow. But now he's got one thing to go, and he's basically ready to rip, mate. So I'm excited for him. Now, next one. Are boneless wings still wings?
What are boneless wings?
I read it somewhere, and I might be wrong, but basically like chicken tenders, essentially. Like they're not even. It's not the same part of the bird at all.
Then that's
like
not a wing. Nah.
You think it's breast chicken? Let's take a look.
Well,
You're right. Dry chicken breast pieces cut up to resemble a chicken wing. You're so right. Wow.
It's not a wing.
So that's
not
chicken breast. Why? I hate chicken breast. Everyone likes chicken breast. It's the fucking
dark meat's where the flavor's at.
That's it. Now, for fried chicken, dark meat fried chicken is so much harder to get right because there's not as much shit to hang on to. So if you prepare chicken breast, I think you got to tenderize it, like you beat it, and you got to marinate it like for mad time. I think I've heard shit about they inject it with saline to give it juiciness. I don't know if that's true, but when you have good fried chicken, if you have good fried chicken, you're cutting it and it's just fucking juice. So that's chicken breast, and whatever magic they do, that makes chicken breast edible. But otherwise, chicken breast can eat a fat dick. It's hot garbage. So boneless wings are. I guess we kind of answered that question. We can't really argue with that, right? Like they ain't wings. Stop fronting. So
stop
for sure.
Well, we all learned something today, guys. Now, another thing that Dan sent, I don't know if I can even answer this because I don't think I know all the flavors, but it was what's the best Doritos flavor? And they had 4 different ones. They had the OG, Cool Ranch, Spicy.
Poison.
Pardon?
Doritos is poison. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it is. Spicy Sweet Chili or Flamin' Hot Limon. Why is it? I'm just going to change my camera battery. Tell people why it's poison. Sure. I mean, it's pretty clear, but.
The flavorings that they use is actually really bad.
Okay. Well,
There you
fuck.
go. Short
Doritos
and sweet.
can. Oh, I got to bring y'all back in.
I have a reason. I can show you like the
Wow.
actual thing, but I don't really want to get that's cancelled.
For what? Why did we get cancelled? For not liking Doritos?
For saying that it's like poison because it actually is.
Well, if it's true, you know, I don't think it's a wild claim.
Shit anyway. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the OG. I wouldn't really care. I've learned that. I got it from
salt.
Tiff. Yeah, like I find that there's the simplicity of flavors is something I appreciate more now rather than before. So if I got a pack of chips, I would always get just salt. I would never get like all these other crazy flavors. And Tiff got me onto that. And she just, say if we were sharing chips, she would, I want to get barbecue or ketchup or something. She doesn't know, I just wanted the plain Miss Vicky's or whatever. So we just kept getting that because happy wife, happy life. I'm like, fine. And I just got, I kind of like started taking a liking to it. And anytime I had any other type of chip, it was always like, oh, fuck, this is too much. So I don't know what that's about, but
yeah, it causes inflammation. There's like fucking the red dye 40, which you know.
Oh, that's
fucks
the
up
one from the
ADHD.
Beatles or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just like it's not cool, man.
Mm.
For the most part, they suck.
Yes, I would never buy Doritos. I only ever get like, if you're going to get corn chips, I'd just get like small brand, like plain, a local brand.
There's the
that someone made it.
pasta brand, which is like an organic Mexican chip. They're like the best ones.
Then that, I know the one. There's these other ones. Are they in the brown paper bag or in like the normal kind of bag?
Yeah, brown pepper. Yeah.
I know those ones. Yeah, we get those too. And they had there was this other brand we used to get in Montreal. I forgot what it's called, but there's a whole bunch of ones that they got like a brown, like a thick brown paper bag with like a little window. Yeah, to see what's going on. They got like kale and spinach flavors. We would always get that shit and like.
Yep.
They're
the most like natural sort of like bread pasta made rolled out.
Yes.
Organic shit.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, we're on the same vibes. Dan, do you have any
Boom.
additions on that, or are you?
No. I don't really eat chips like that. But like Doritos, I don't fuck with it. But like sweet chili's the best one anyway. There you go.
I would actually try that spicy sweet chili. I do like a good sweet chili in this bitch. That would be.
It's alright. It's alright.
I give it a little 1-2 crack. Last question.
No.
I saw this randomly. I think it was on Twitter because it was trending. It was Black Thought versus Eminem. Who's the better rapper? Don't know why this came up. I feel like it's a pretty interesting. And I looked at a couple of people discussing it. So they started to talk. I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys think, but they started talking about like songwriting versus blah blah blah. So I got some thoughts, but what do you guys think? So okay, let me rush a couple things to get you guys thinking. So like, if you're looking at like the rapping ability, like they've got to be pretty equal in that sort of thing. It's different.
Asses off. They can go.
Correct. Like,
where does it differ? Like,
the differ, I think this is it. So you could argue hits. Obviously, nobody, I don't think in rap in history is comparing to Eminem.
Numbers.
So there's numbers, but then there's like, maybe more subjective songwriting quality that you can argue, do the Roots have better songs than Eminem does? Personally,
is it ghostwriting?
Oh, 100% they do.
I think
these guys.
What do you mean? About their ghostwriting abilities and stuff? Does that come into the convo?
Did Black Thought or Eminem ever write for anybody else?
I don't. Eminem, that's a good question.
Or Dre and stuff.
Eminem for Dre for sure, because you can tell. Black Thought has to have. He's been around too long. Like there's no chance. Yeah, I think the other defining factor to discuss is consistency in the catalog over time. So Black Thought never had, that I'm aware of, like Eminem had what do you call it? Substance abuse problems with the pills. He put out some very whack, like objectively whack albums that are just like, even he's saying, what the fuck is this? It's garbage. I don't think the Roots ever really fucked up that bad. I think they had and also Black Thought just kind of kept. I know
those problems were like before they got famous, like in
Tonight Show famous. Yeah, they had They had probably like 10 fucking albums before the Tonight Show. I think.
Yeah.
So like they had
although even like in that sort of group, they were still like partying and doing crazy shit. Like in the early days, like if they got it out of their system, it was like done.
word. So there was like a consistency of just output and just focus and on the career and just doing cool things. They were the first like a rap band getting on a Tonight Show type of thing. That's a consistent check for them, and then blah blah blah. So many different things. So anyway, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. About like it's an interesting discussion. I'd like to know like where the fuck it came from. Like why those two? Like it's not the two I would have thought would be the immediate comparison. Yeah.
It's a little skewed.
It's a little skewed. I don't know. I think it's too hard to say who's the better rapper, but you could. I think this is just an argument, and I feel like it's gonna come down to like I don't think the Roots have a classic album on the level of Marshall Mathers LP.
No,
but I think the Roots have impacted the culture in a different way. I think they were the first, or at least the most prominent hip hop band, like doing live. The live thing was really a big part of everything that they do.
The band and hip hop, like they brought the musicality to,
Yeah, first album Organics was 91, I think, or even earlier. So I mean, they've been around a long fucking time. That's 30 years, 30 plus. So like, I don't know. I feel like you just have a favorite. I would say I liked more of Black Thought stuff than Eminem stuff. Period. Whether that's Black Thought solo, which I never really loved his solo shit because it's always a little experimental and odd, but the Root stuff and obviously the 10-minute freestyle on Flex, which is arguably the GOAT freestyle of all time, even though it's not a freestyle, but verse, radio verse, whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a preference thing. Like I prefer like overall Black Thought stuff. Like Eminem was just influential as fuck for both of us and everybody. He sold like way too much, way too many records. But like, I don't know. It's hard to compare them. But like, wow, my voice is just fucked up. No.
You're getting emotional. You're getting emotional about this. Getting emotional about this.
Getting so emotional. Yeah, got no liquid. Anyway, Black Thought is like just the GOAT as far as lyricism, but Eminem's also fucking right next door. He sold more. Like, who do you like better? It's like such a hard sort of thing to pick apart.
I hear it.
Any additional thoughts on that one, Daniel?
Interesting. I don't know. My views on Eminem are just they're so tainted now because of how shit his music is now. It's kind of like
it's hard.
Like I know he's sick though because I'm listening to like the only songs I have of him on my any of my playlists is like D12 shit, and it's like
that shit was fun. Yeah,
that was sick. Like, and I know he's sick, and I know the Marshall Mathers LP is amazing, but it's like I just do not care for his music at all nowadays. It's like I don't know, but I think Black Thought's music and the Roots music is like way more cool, and I don't know, I can listen to that like right now anytime, but like if you're gonna put on a song by Eminem, I'm having to really think what song are you actually gonna put on, unless it's like a very specific song, then it's like I don't know,
the longevity.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
You make a good point by calling it cool. Like the Roots are like effortless cool.
Yeah,
very
that's
jazzy,
the thing.
very cool, timeless. The musicality behind that, the Roots
it's
stuff.
Cool
is like,
without pretension.
Do it everywhere.
Yeah. Because maybe the jazz can be pretentious, but they're just doing hip hop. They did like a fusion, so like you can't be pretentious about it. And it just feels like it's welcoming cool. Like, hey man, you like this shit? Hey, cool, what's up? I feel like I've been seeing the Roots like
Anderson Park. Same sort of shit.
That's a good comparison.
You can play it fucking anywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Like I encourage that shit to be played at there's a restaurant that I work at and with the brewery and whatever. I always tell them to play swaggy, smooth soul shit because no matter what the clientele is, that kind of smooth vibes encourages fun. It's a good color for the room.
I love that. I love that. I agree.
That's interesting. I don't know. That reminds me of I was on Reddit and the r/rap came up, and it was a tweet saying, "Who are you playing first and what song?" And the 4 people are Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Future. And someone commented saying, "Future coding crazy." And I don't think that's a crazy response. Personally, I actually don't think that's that crazy.
I just think they're not in the same. Like, it obviously makes no sense. You dropping 3 dudes who debuted in the 90s, and then a dude who came out significantly later who makes music that sounds nothing like it, where all the other 3 music is similar in a lot of ways. It makes, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, so it's like, if you prefer Future, that's completely fine, but it should be Future, Playboy Cardi, fucking, I don't know, Lil Baby, Dirk or something, and then choose who you like, because it needs to be other auto-tune rappers or whatever the fuck. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. I got nothing against Future. I fuck with Future. I ain't mad. It's just, that's a silly comparison, and they're all dildos, and whoever did that should be ashamed of themselves, and they should not have dinner tonight.
Should disappear.
Fucking prick. Fuck that guy.
Catch.
Bye-bye. Well, on that note, cunts, we hit our time. We got through everything. Final thoughts? Do you want to leave a final thought for the viewers and listeners?
Get a dog up here.
Final thoughts.
Get a dog up here? Good one. That's Steve.
That's it.
Okay, I like it. Daniel.
Get a trailer up here.
I stand by the fact that Australia doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
If you watch a lot of podcasts, it'll tell you you're going to Chile. That's all it is. You fly up and go around the Salgas for about 12 hours, and then you're in Chile. But you guys are just not ready for that. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's fair.
So where do we come from?
Chile. We're Chilean.
You're Chilean,
right? So what does my passport say? Australia. Straya.
It's oh yeah, true. It's Australia. You're right. No, but only a set few people know about the Chile Australia thing. Google it.
Look it up.
Tell you. Use the Google.
That's a fun Google rabbit hole.
I like it.
Have fun with that.
I like it.
Jump in that.
And I would say, if you're considering having a wank, have that wank.
Ooh.
You don't want to be on your deathbed thinking about the wanks you didn't have.
Wow, that's pretty deep, dude.
And on that note, I'm just going to leave it there because I want that to marinate. Okay.
Holy shit! All right,
guys, thank you for watching and listening. Episode 124. Dan, where can everyone find you online? HTFGXMING. That is the best place. 1,755 followers. We're getting there. Let's go. Boom. Nosh.
I'm out here. At Notion Baby, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Give me a fucking shout. How you going? engineers.com/Notion Baby. Mixing, mastering. Let's fucking go. Holla at your boy. At Notion MTB on YouTube and Instagram. C's got Yeezys.
We're getting ready for the thumbnail.
Okay, cool. At Illinois Studios on Instagram. At illinoisstudios.com. Get a fucking dog up here. Give me a shout, mate. I fucking do heaps of shit. Let's go.
Do it. All right, ready for Thummy?
I think so.
Ready? Boom. And y'all can get me, CWFOR, on Twitter and Instagram, and CWTMF on Facebook and fucking TikTok or whatever. No one even cares about that shit. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the flipping episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Ding! So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at the Mover Fam, at Bad Habits Pod on fucking Instagrizzly. We're trying to be a bit more consistent. I just want to say maybe throughout the summer, we might be a little inconsistent if cunts are doing shit and going places or whatever. I don't know. We're just gonna do our best to try and get it every week and see what's popping. So bear with us. We'll see you cunts next week. Be nice to your mom.
Oh man.
Don't bid on Yeezys. Need more for me. Don't bid on them. You don't want them. They're all shit. They're all shit. They're all shit. Boom. You don't want those racist shoes. Yeah. Catch your cunts. Catch your cunts.